Hey guys, this is Frozen 2 Fanboy 2004 here, and guess what? I'm back with the regular style reviews because my laptop has finally returned, so now I can edit videos again. Now I was originally planning to do an experimental style where I'm gonna play like clips and chairs, but honestly thinking about it, I don't think it's gonna work. Honestly, that's just my opinion. But yeah, I decided to do this regular style, and yeah, so yeah, tomorrow is Cobra Kai season 5. It comes out on Netflix, and that is my most anticipated show for the rest of the year. And I am a huge Cobra Kai fan, and yeah, Cobra Kai is actually my brother's favorite show of all time. I can totally see why, but yeah, but for me now, time for me to do the final part of my marathon leading up to Cobra Kai season 5, and we're talking about Cobra Kai, like the show in general from seasons 1 to 4. So yeah, Cobra Kai is basically the legacy sequel to the original Karate Kid franchise. I mean, even though the Karate Kid had sequels, this is technically the third sequel. Well, the next Karate Kid doesn't exist in this franchise. It's not canon. So yeah, basically, Cobra Kai tells the story of Johnny Lawrence who brings Cobra Kai back, and he's like the reason, and yeah, he brings karate back in general. Where the Miyagi Do comes back, and that because of that Daniel LaRusso being like against Cobra Kai, and so there's like a lot of conflicts with the different dojos, and then familiar characters come back with like Johnny Kreese and Terry Silver, and then we get also like new faces like from the kids who learn credit for the first time by both Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso, and throughout the show they're both their goal is to set aside their differences, which means like them being having a rivalry, them and even having rivalry with John Kreese and stuff, and yeah and then now it's now down to like Johnny Lawrence changing, and Johnny Miyagi Do, and now it's Miyagi Do versus Cobra Kai, and and this show also is able to this show also talks about the dark side of karate, like how Cobra Kai affects students, and yeah, that's basically the plot. That's the best way to describe it. Maybe I might have given away too much, but yeah. So yeah, like I remember like the first time I saw Cobra Kai was like back in 2021. Like start of the year, like I started watching it for the first time in 2021. I think was I think it was 2020, like when season 3 came out. That's like the best I remember. But yeah, season 3 came out during the pandemic, and Cobra Kai is like one of those things I saw during the pandemic when I had nothing to do, and I absolutely loved it. However, I feel like it was a rewatch when I realized that the show was actually better. Like it wasn't really in my top 10 favorite shows of all time at first, but now looking back at it, yeah, it is like one of my favorite shows of all time. It is right up there with Stranger Things. Yeah, Stranger Things, Hawkeye, and The Queen's Gambit is one of my favorite shows of all time. So yeah, now let's talk about the reasons why Cobra Kai is so good. First of all, I said it's my Karate Kid review. I am a karate pro. I am like this close. I am this close to being a karate professional. Like I'm just not really in black belt yet. I'm in blue belt. But yeah, I'm very passionate about karate. Like I remember starting karate in 2018. Yes, the same year where that season 1 came out. And yeah, I started taking karate lessons, and yeah, that's the year where like my mom recommended me to watch the Karate Kid films, and I did, and yeah, karate, and yeah, I've grown to love karate. Like at first I wasn't like too big into karate. I just went there just for the sake of going there. But now like but later on I started to appreciate karate more, and now like it's become my favorite sport of all time, and I haven't really been taking karate lessons honestly since July, but maybe this month I'll go back to taking karate lessons. So yeah, Cobra Kai has been like something special to me. Like when I revisited leading up to season 4, I felt like it was something special as someone who was obsessed with Cobra Kai. Yeah, and yeah, this is such a great form of return to the franchise after two disasters. That's the next Karate Kid and the Karate Kid remake. Yeah, they're both terrible. Yeah, they're garbage. But this might be this is without doubt the best thing that's come out of the Karate Kid franchise, and not even the original Karate Kid comes close. Yeah, this is like Karate Kid at its peak. So yeah, I absolutely love this. So yeah. One thing I absolutely love is that it absolutely like us. one thing that is that it's actually able to take Karate Kid seriously. Unlike the Karate Kid remake, where like it took karate as a freaking joke, and yeah, turned into kung fu. But this one, they they not only that does it show like how just like all karate, but it's actually very realistic. Like it shows that some kids don't get karate, like don't understand it. Like what karate is for. So like they use karate to like strike first and attack people. Like, well, that's technically Cobra Kai's fault. Yeah, and man, yeah, Cobra Kai is such a menacing. It's very menacing. Yeah, yeah. It makes students like become more aggressive and even turn into bullies. Yeah, like that's kind of the thing unique about Cobra Kai. I think the best thing about this film is definitely the characters. There's like so many characters who you root for Samantha LaRusso is actually my favorite character. I know it's a hot take. I don't yeah yeah I don't not a lot of people. I don't know if people like or dislike Samantha LaRusso, but no one like puts her like in the best character list. Not even the least favorite. Yeah, but I'm glad that film stuck actually put Samantha LaRusso in his top five favorite Cobra Kai characters. Yeah, Samantha LaRusso is easily the best Cobra Kai character. Like I originally said that was the Tori Nichols was my favorite, but Samantha LaRusso will always be my favorite Cobra Kai character. She's like literally steals the show as the Daniel LaRusso's daughter, who absolutely stands up to her faults. She stands up to her mistakes, and she does whatever it takes to fight. Season three is probably her best season because she's actually able to, like I said, she's actually a badass in that season. She was also a badass in season four as well. And in season one, I'm not sure how the best describe her, but she's like I mean, but I was immediately drawn to her, and she was like already my favorite character in the show. I think Hawk. Let's talk about Hawk because Hawk is actually a fan favorite character. Um, and I can totally see why. He's definitely one of my favorites of the kids. I wouldn't go as far as calling the best, like one of my favorites, because I mean, yeah, because basically how I like if I make my list of the best Cobra Kai characters, I'd say Samantha LaRusso, and then the adults like the legacy characters like and then like some of the kids maybe. I think Hawk would be my favorite of the male kids. And yeah, yeah, how like Hawk was able to like go from being a good guy, like someone bully, to like to a bully, to his own best friend, and now like he's learned that he's changed, like he couldn't really define himself until like season four. Like season four is like where Hawk was able to find himself. Yeah, I also love another character I really love is Miguel. Yeah, Miguel is just so good. Yeah, I really like Miguel. Like I really enjoyed him. His character, how like he's actually the main character of the kids. Even though, yeah, I mean I'm not sure what to say, but yeah, I really enjoy Miguel being in this. And I also really like Robbie's character arc. Yeah. There's so many to name. Like that's what I love. All the characters, like most for the most part, like they all like give such great performances. No, no, yeah, all the actors are great, but their character development is what makes the show for me, because you actually root for every single character. Like when you like when it comes to the All Valley tournament, you absolutely root for all like both sides. That like you don't know who you're really voting for, so you vote for both because you're really drawn into their characters and stuff. And then yeah, now let's talk about some of the seasons and episodes. The seasons. So yeah, like how I react the season. So yeah, no wait, I'll say that for another time. But yeah, season one is a fantastic start. I know many people say season one is the best season, but yeah, I mean it's great, but it's not as good as what yeah, it's not as good as everyone says it is. I just don't think it's the best season, but it's still an amazing season. I think it's a perfect season. Season one is perfect. Near perfect. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm lost for words. But yeah, honestly, I will admit, even though I prefer Stranger Things as an overall than over Cobra Kai, I will say I think season one is it's had a better season one than Stranger Things, because Stranger Things season one, like yeah, I got thoughts, but I don't talk about that. But I still love Stranger Things season one, but Cobra Kai season did better when they came to introducing the show. Um, And this was actually a YouTube originals first. Maybe that's why I couldn't watch Cobra Kai at the time it came out, because it wasn't on Netflix. It was a YouTube originals, and yeah, and season two was I thought season two was actually currently my favorite season. Well, season two is actually one of my favorite seasons. Like, I absolutely love season two. I think season two is underrated. I've heard many people say season two is the weakest one, but in my opinion, it's one of the best. It's top tier for me because love season two. It's just awesome. Yeah. I mean, the story is better. We get to expand more on things. We get to see like it's much darker, and yeah, the season two finale is the greatest it's the best Cobra Kai episode in my opinion. Actually, I think it's both tied with the seasons two and three. Season three is the weakest episode for me because it does get a little slow, but it's still awesome. It's still awesome. Season three is much darker. Like, it has a season. I love that season three has a more serious tone to it, especially when it comes to like the Miyagi Do kids versus Cobra Kai kids. I mean, that's why like Samantha Larusso was after best in season three, because like she's a darker character, and especially like after the events of season two with the school brawl and like the major fighting and stuff, like season three was able to make it dark, like have a like darker tone to it. And yeah, I felt bad for Samantha Larusso, like for screwing up things when you're trying to be too overly powerful, but then realizing her mistakes. Yeah, that's honestly that's how I read a female character. Take note, She Hulk. Um and um and yes, I absolutely love the finales. I think consistently the finales have been like my favorite episodes. Well, except for season one, because I do think that there are some better episodes in the finale season one, like episode five and episode seven. But episodes two to four and potential maybe hopefully episode five, the finale is like the best season. Like, I actually love how they do their finales. That they make it as epic as possible. As epic as possible. Yeah, how do I say? Sorry, I'm lost for words. But yeah, shit. Oh, so yeah, make it as epic as possible. Like, but honestly, like I actually prefer. I like it better when like it's actually like one big action scene. When it's mostly one big action scene than the All Valley tournament. Even though I loved that All Valley tournament season four, it was like probably the best All Valley tournament I've ever seen. Like, it felt like I was watching it in real life. And speaking of that, season four is hands down my favorite season of the show. Period. Like, season five may top it actually, but season four is actually my favorite season. Like, because here's why. Because yeah, season four it is. I absolutely love like the chemistry between like Johnny Lawrence and Daniel Russo. I absolutely love seeing them work together and yeah, train together and having and yeah, I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. Yeah, like working together to take down John Kreese, who like and Terry Silver. Which, by the way, Terry Silver is still the franchise best villain. I really thought Tori Nichols was the best villain in the series, but to be honest, Tori, like I don't really love Tori as I used to, but Tori's still a fantastic character. But yes, Terry Silver is might be my favorite. Terry Silver actually might be my favorite TV show villain ever. Like, seriously, he's just so good. He's probably my second favorite character. He's Samantha is just my favorite, but Terry Silver's a close second. Like, yeah, Terry Silver is just ruthless. He's terrifying, and he's very manipulative. He started out as like someone who wanted to change, and someone like who just forced himself because like of the memories of he had with John Kreese. But yeah, but later on we see like his true dark side. Like towards the end of season four, we see that he's actually evil, and my God, he is just terrifying. Like, he literally he brutally harassed one of the characters named Stingray, and my goodness, that was just brutal. Like, and not to mention, he even like got John Kreese arrested instead of him. Like, yeah, which is like very like manipulative. And he even told the referee to how to say something. He even told the referee to cheat to make it like the analysis unfair, like to make Cobra Kai break the rules. Like, you know how Tori hit Sam in the elbow, but he didn't deduct a point. And yeah, that's why like he wanted to be nicer to Cobra Kai, like, because Terry Silver paid him to. Yeah, that is such villainy right there. And well, and also like one character I find really underrated is Devon. Like, Devon was barely in the show. He was in season four, and I'm sure people would forget about her. But I really like Devon. Like she's smart. She's badass. I mean, she literally ripped off someone's book like during a debate. That was badass. And she's like really smart. And she's kind of talkative. Like like she's kind of relatable actually because like I also like talk. I'm also very talkative. Like to the teacher. If like mostly if I know them very well. I think Kenny is also pretty underrated. I mean, you understand why he turned into a bully because he was bullied before. Yeah, he was bullied before. And also, oh yeah, and also Moon is underrated. Moon might be somewhere in my top 10 favorite Cobra Kai characters because like I actually love like she's like reason why because she stays away from fights like everyone else in Cobra Kai participates in fights. Moon stays away from fights and she stops fights even like and she even like wanted for everyone to get along. Yeah, that's like she said she's just so sweet. And let's see. Oh yeah, and also like one thing I also love about Cobra Kai is that yeah, one thing I love is that every time an episode ends, it ends with a big reveal. It ends with something that gets you hooked to watch every the new episodes. That's one thing that's one thing the Cobra Kai episodes have in common. The whole like Cobra Kai show is that it makes you want more when the episode ends. And every single Cobra Kai season has been like on the same quality. Like it's not like one season rests the same quality and one that goes downhill. I mean, even though I do have a legit ranking, it doesn't change the fact that you know every all the seasons are treated equally. Like none of them go downhill. Like yeah, and unfortunately, I do have some flaws with this. I do have some flaws with this. So I wouldn't say flaws, but rather nitpicks. Yeah, like honestly, I would say it gets slow at times. Mostly like in season three, like it does get slow at times. Like there's some episodes that I kind of get bored. And, but yeah, it's just a nitpick. And I there's some characters I don't like. There's something that I probably need to think about it. But I can name two that are absolutely terrible. First of all, like Anthony. Like I don't like Anthony. He's just so, like he's such a brat. Like I don't like Anthony. Yeah, he's just such a brat. Anthony's definitely the worst character for me in my opinion. I don't like Greg Stingray's neighbor. Yeah, Greg is like so irritating. Every time he appears, I was like, oh come on, get this guy out. Yeah, he's so annoying, and he's like, he's an adult, but he acts like a kid for some reason. He has face like, hey, shut up, like he acts like a kid, like really, like bro, like, and also and I mean I don't like the blonde girl. I forgot her name. I mean I'm glad that blonde girl redeems herself in season four. But not a fan of her. And oh yeah, there's another one. I actually don't hate Kyler like as much as others do. I think Kyler is kind of a fun bully, and it was nice seeing him. They date Samantha for a little while, but Miguel and Samantha like are definitely the best Cobra Kai couple. So yeah, so that's all I'll say about Cobra Kai. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. I would say like it's up there with the Stranger Things, Hawkeye, and the Green Cabinet. Yeah, I know this is a little disorganized, and I know it's a little disorganized, but yeah, I just got my stuff back. So yeah, so yeah. With that said, yeah, forgive me if my review is all over the place, but yeah, there's like so much going on in my head, and like this is a lot of fun to talk about. So yeah. So with that said, I'm gonna give Cobra Kai season 1 to 4 10 out of 10. So that's my review of Cobra Kai. So that's my review of Cobra Kai, the show itself. So yeah, what's your opinion on Cobra Kai? Are you excited for Cobra Kai season 5? If you haven't seen Cobra Kai yet, please go watch it. So yeah, what's your opinion on Cobra Kai? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit notification bell, and also, and stay tuned for my review on the Pinocchio remake. Bye guys.